Hey you, welcome back to the channel. I hope you all are having a great day. So today is going to be a very interesting video. We're going to actually review projects such as Bomb Token, the new one we talked a little bit about called Ethplode, and we're going to get into now, I think, one of the most exciting projects in this area, Bitcoin MYK, that has a very interesting deflationary feature as well. So let's start off here with Bomb Token. Let's understand what this is about. We know that recently Bomb Token kind of just took off, and a lot of people start to kind of get into this project. But let's read up on a little bit. Let's try to understand how it works exactly. So, the origin, the bomb is a social experiment and financial case study to measure the feasibility of a deflationary currency. The rules are simple. There were originally 1 million bomb in existence. Each time a bomb is transferred, 1% of the transaction is destroyed. There will never be newly minted bomb. The intention is not to be used for day-to-day transactions, but rather as a decentralized hedge against traditional inflationary instruments. Through a system of immutable smart contracts and continuous destruction, bomb is the world's first destructing currency. Wow, so that's very interesting. So this is something that moves ever closer to deflation, right? To become this deflationary cryptocurrency, and it seems the only interest in this is to create this hedge against traditional inflation, and I think that's quite interesting. Of course, we know with Bitcoin that kind of started the entire deflationary concept in our monetary systems, and since then has been this kind of this pull and tug against you know whether this is some type of store of value or if it's a money or if it's meant to be more of a store of value, and the pros and cons in that. So this seems to be working quite well for the bomb token so far. It's shot up to about over $10, and interesting enough, it's been doing quite well on self-destructing currency. It's been doing quite well on based on the coin market cap data. No, I don't want to sign in. Let me go somewhere else. Okay, here we are. We're over on CoinGecko, looks like. And the bomb token's at $12.09. Wow, that's interesting. I think it was like about, I guess about $10 when I checked earlier today. So it is on the move. Wow. And a lot of people are jumping into this cryptocurrency. And that's quite interesting. Now, looking at this project, this idea of store value, right, and going ever closer to the deflation, I think is a great concept. I think projects like this make the space, or more projects going into the space like this, I think it's going to make the space a great deal better. Now, Bomb Token spoke about on their website, they seem to talk about there not being any competition. And I think since they did that video, maybe there wasn't any competition, but since then we have two projects that have popped up that are doing this. And one we know is Ethplode, and the other one is now Bitcoin MYK. So far, I think everything with this project seems to be going well. People seem to be buying into this idea. I guess what it's going to go back to, and I think what I would say we need to be concerned about in a project like this is, as a store of value, this has been a philosophical question throughout cryptocurrency for some time now. It's part of the philosophy of what caused Bitcoin Cash to fork from Bitcoin. When we speak of concepts like deflation and the store value and not being interested in everyday use, but purely, specifically a device to hedge against inflation, in theory that works well. But many economic ideas speak to the idea that if you have a store value, it needs to have components in it that make it appealing as a money as well. So it needs to have a certain amount of monetary application to really be more appealing as a store value, if that makes sense. And what I'm seeing in projects like the bomb cryptocurrency is that although I think these are good projects for cryptocurrency because they are deflationary, they are burning, the tokens off, and we don't have to deal with all this inflation. So in that way, it's good. But without it having that day-to-day use, without it having the utility and a use case, then we're going to always be faced with another project that comes along, does the same thing, and then it's starting to kind of feel like some of those Ethereum contract games where you're just buying in and then they might start to sell off and dump on you. Without a use case, I think we face those dangers. But with that said, I'm not anti the project. I think it's actually pretty good. I might buy into some of this. I don't know, but I would feel more confident with it having a use case. But let's look at the other one. Let's get over to Ethplode now and see what's happening with that, because that's, I guess, would be their next company. Okay, so now we're on the Ethplode website, and Ethplode, I guess you could say, the competition, the competitor, the other similar project to this that has emerged, here recently. And what is Ethplode or Ethplode? It's a store value built on the Ethereum blockchain with deflationary characteristics. Whenever Ethplode is transferred, 0.5% of the amount is burned. This built-in self-destructive functionality increases the asset scarcity over time and is hard-coded directly into our monetary structure. Ethplode is based on the design of the bomb token, the original hyper-deflationary self-destructing currency. And they got a quote here from Ronald Reagan. So again, I am all in for these type projects, but we can see some vast differences in them. One is burning cryptocurrency at 0.5%. It's on the Ethereum blockchain. I think it's great that it's on the Ethereum blockchain because with it being functioning on the Ethereum blockchain, what you have is you have a pretty secure, blockchain there. And I'm not sure where bomb cryptocurrency is running on. I'm not sure if it's running on its own blockchain. I didn't seem to pick up that information on the website, but Ethplode is, and it's pretty much the same thing. Now, just like the bomb token, it's talking about scarcity, but excuse me, as far as a use, has 100 million supply. Bomb token had a 1 million supply. So it's a lot more with the Ethplode token. It's giving away 70% of all the tokens. So that's good because that good distribution helps in the velocity of money and the transfer of value. Although at this point in time, there is showing no actual uses to the cryptocurrency. I believe when you get the cryptocurrencies, they have like these bounties or airdrops rather, but they don't seem to be they are trading, but they're not releasing these tokens until the end of next month, I believe. So that means a lot of the people who are the 70% they're speaking of, they have their cryptocurrency, but they haven't yet put it on the market. So what's going to happen when they do, I don't know. But let's get over and look at the price and see what's happening here. Okay, and we're here on CoinGecko. Ethplode. Looks like both of these projects are on CoinGecko. I couldn't seem to find a listing for them on CoinMarketCap. But we see it's down 18%. It's at 13 cents. Now, this is a bit concerning because the Ethplode cryptocurrency, I recall it was at about 59 cents earlier today. I could have sworn it was, must have been yesterday. But it's at 13 cents now. It's had this says it had a 24-hour high of 28 cents. So that must have been another day I saw that. But it's at 13 cents now, and I recall it was at 59 cents. I don't know, but anyway, it seems like what we're getting here with Ethplode is the exact same cryptocurrency as the BOM token, right? And again, they are both going after this idea to be a hedge against inflation. I kind of thought Bitcoin was that, but this seems to be more fast paced in how they're burning the cryptocurrencies, and that's the idea behind it. I like the idea of the projects. Now, I'm a little bit concerned about how many projects are going to be doing this, and is there's going to be a lot of projects doing this, and they're not going to have a specific use case, right? So it kind of again to me feels like one of these Ethereum based games where you're buying in, I'm buying in, they're burning these tokens, people are selling the tokens, people are buying the tokens, and the price kind of moving up and down. Seems like a pretty good traders market, but it doesn't really strike me ultimately in the end as something that a year from now or 2 or 3 years from now is going to be something that we're paying attention to, or something that's moving up on the rising in on coin market cap, or in the value of how we see these cryptocurrencies. So I think they're interesting. I think maybe they do facilitate something like a traders a situation for traders. This might be good for day traders, but for use case and advancing the space and things like that, I don't really see where this adds a great deal of value to that. Just me personally. But let's look at the last project, BitcoinMyk.com. That's the one I'm involved with. Let's see how it holds up, and what are some things about it. Okay, so we're here now on the Bitcoin MYK site, and it's talking about Bitcoin MYK deflation. So let's try to get into Bitcoin MYK. What is it exactly, and how it is related to these other projects? So Bitcoin MYK aims to be the most deflationary of cryptocurrencies. Bitcoin MYK is a universal bridge cryptocurrency that gives out universal basic income to 80% of the globe. The project recognizes universal basic income as a mass adoption vehicle. The value of Bitcoin MYK comes from Bitcoin holders claiming Bitcoin MYK as a means to transfer it from blockchain to blockchain without removing their value from Bitcoin. This allows Bitcoin holders to keep their Bitcoin safe in their wallet as gold. This allows Bitcoin MYK to act as a money to Bitcoin holders. This is significantly different from using altcoins to facilitate movement of Bitcoin, as they depend on swapping coins for other altcoins. The purchase of other cryptocurrencies, or leaving their Bitcoin in the custodial capacity of some other group or entity, which could create legal issues or even break banking laws around the globe. How Bitcoin MYK continually becomes deflationary is by burning cryptocurrencies or leaving them in cold storage wallet coins against their volume of transactions. This is done on a 1-to-1 ratio. For example, $1 million worth of Bitcoin MYK cryptocurrencies traded would equal the same value amount of coins burned. Bitcoin holders every month have incurred a 1% penalty for not claiming their Bitcoin MYK tokens. At this time, Bitcoin holders can claim at a ratio of 4-to-1 minus a 6% transactional fee penalty. This is because our network allows for transactions to be free through a Bitcoin MYK token claim program equal to the value of your transactional fees every month. So let me stop right there, because this is kind of saying a lot, and I think we need to break this down. I think this is kind of what gets to the core of some of the issues I might have with projects like BOM token and Ethplode, and that is, when you actually have these cryptocurrencies, what do you do with them? And so we use the term store value quite loosely, but what we can see with Bitcoin MYK and how its deflation works is the cryptocurrency is actually used. It's used as a way to facilitate trading of Bitcoin from blockchain to blockchain. And how this works is normally with Bitcoin, you either have to move that Bitcoin out of your wallet to get that value moved over. With this, it works vastly different. Bitcoin holders claim Bitcoin MYK. They claim it for free. And we're able to verify that they own the Bitcoin through processes of signatures and through something we use called the social media verification key, and using blockchains to verify that they hold the Bitcoin. Okay, once that's done, they receive these Bitcoin MYK tokens that represent the value of the Bitcoin they hold. They can now move the Bitcoin value from blockchain to blockchain, as we have a bridge. We act as a bridge cryptocurrency on several blockchains, so they can now move that value. So that's of great use, because this allows Bitcoin to scale, and it allows you to move your Bitcoin value without the danger of your Bitcoin being hacked or stolen, or you're losing it. Now, one big workaround to this has been the Lightning Network. But we're finding out through study and research, and this is backed up by many people around the world, that the Lightning Network may violate several banking regulations. And with a lot of the pending regulations that are coming on the horizon here, the Bitcoin Lightning Network may not work very well. That custodial capacity it holds might put it under certain banking laws, regulations. But with us, you never move the Bitcoin. You never actually move the Bitcoin. You get our cryptocurrency free. So this creates a vast use. The Bitcoins that aren't claimed, they go to people who can claim them on our participation model on the site. And these unclaimed Bitcoin get paid out in universal basic income and a variety of things. You can also use them, earn them from completing tasks and offers, and a variety of things like that. Excuse me. But what is so unique about the protocol we use, the L-Drake equation? The protocol uses something we call social media verification keys, where it's able to use social media profiles to authenticate that there's only one owner of that account, right? And that is a valid person to that account. And through doing that, it stops the double spend problem that many people would get in doing a project like ours with Bitcoin, trying to move that value from blockchain to blockchain. So we have a method to stop that double spending using social media verification keys, right? So what happens is, through transactions, every time you make a transaction with Bitcoin MYK, let's say you make a $1,000 transaction with Bitcoin MYK, 1,000 Bitcoin MYK tokens get burnt. There is no 0.5% of the transaction fee. There is no 1% of the transaction fee. 1,000 Bitcoin MYK tokens get burnt, and what that does is that accelerates us to inflation. Now, I know a lot of people think that's too much, but the reality is the amount of cryptocurrencies don't really matter, right? It is the use, the volume, and it is how divisible they are. And there is a total of 100 million tokens. But so that means by the time we do about 100 million in volume, we would have basically distributed these tokens. They would all be burnt down to just a few cryptocurrencies based on whoever's holding what. But there will still be use and value in the cryptocurrency as it's divisible. People will continue to sell and repurchase it, and a variety of things like that. So this is very interesting to see how deflationary we can get and how much value it gives to you all. In addition to that, you don't have to purchase this cryptocurrency. If you own Bitcoin, you can, receive it for free. Now, if you fail to collect your Bitcoin MYK from Bitcoin holdings, you incur the penalty. Bitcoin holders who don't claim by July the 31st will incur a 10% penalty, and following every month after, up until total token burns have been reached, these tokens will then be burnt against a Bitcoin MYK transaction at a ratio of 1-to-1. It is important to note that this is not a percentage of the transaction. This is going to be burned on each transaction. So it'll like mirror every volume transaction per month those currencies will be burned. Those coins will be burned. So if we did a 100 million in volume in a month, we would burn the tokens that were involved in those transactions, right? In mirror. So if it was 1 million coins, then we would burn 1 million tokens. Okay. So we believe this will create tremendous value in Bitcoin and YK, as there are many use cases for the project. And that's the key word. This is something different. This is wants to be this kind of holy grail of a stable, a store of value and a money. So we're actually using it. And that is due to the vast amount of distribution, the universal basic income. These formulas together, we believe, will create the perfect recipe of how a cryptocurrency can work while at the same time giving the user value. It acts as a universal bridge cryptocurrency. It acts as a money, and as part of a social network. The website is a social network with many things you could do on it. You have a profile, social media profile. You can chat with friends and family. You can send money to friends and family throughout the platform. It rewards universal basic income monthly to users, as well as tokens for participation on the platform and completing tasks and offers. We believe this project shines significantly greater than similar projects in that the cryptocurrency will have daily use. Register with the site and start earning tokens tradable at the Freedom Exchange, the Steam Engine Marketplace, and the Waves Decentralized Exchange. Earn up to 1 Bitcoin MYK token for everyone you refer. So this is for ways for people to earn who don't have Bitcoin, right? You can earn by registering and completing tasks. If you refer people, you earn 1 Bitcoin MYK token for every person you refer, unlimited amount of referrals. Social media influencers. If you have a social media profile with over 2,000 followers, you may be eligible to earn 2,000 Bitcoin MYK tokens just for placing your link on your social media profiles, right? So you go ahead and register today and you can earn 100 tokens. Now, when you register, it will ask for basic information like your email. That's just just basic verifications. However, you don't have to include real life information or data or emails. This is not KYC or anything like that. So you can use dummy accounts, dummy emails, as long as you can you claim the account, right? Now, there are certain functions like the Bitcoin holders to claim your Bitcoin MYK tokens for free, because you can claim them on a ratio of 4 to 1. You do have to either do a wallet signature signing, or you have to use our social media verification profile system. You can go on our website. We'll leave links in the description on how to do that. And we have videos on how to do that as well. But this is, I think what's kind of missing from some of those other projects, although I like them very much, I think in the end, we might see a lot of more copycat-like projects, or we might just start to see them dwindle away, and we might see great price declines, right? As it will be so many people doing this, and I think we're going to be left with why choose one over the other than to try to have the opportunity to get in from the beginning. Why not use something like Bitcoin MYK's deflation that is going to offer you more value, more use, more usability, and because of that, I think it's going to be a project that's going to have a lot of more staying power and carry a lot more value going forward. But if you have any questions, comments, concerns about the project, feel free to let us know. We'll be more happy to answer any questions you may have. We have a live chat on our website that you can ask questions on, and we'd love to have you come over and give this product a try. We know you're going to love it. But that's all I got to say in this video. If you like content like this, don't forget to like, subscribe, and until next time, take care.